today is another one of the team members that helped put this together. His name is Mark Herr. He's also a former military. He served in Japan in the Air Force, and he's going to talk to us today. He's been a real inspirational part of this, and I look forward to hearing what he has to say.
Thank you, Stephanie. Whoa. I think you can hear me. Hello, my fellow great Americans. Happy 4th of July. The Mid-South Tea Party is so glad that you decided to spend your Independence Day with us. It's good to be an American. It's a privilege to be an American. Thousands have died trying to become an American. Hundreds of thousands have died trying to preserve what it means to be an American. We are a nation of opportunity and a beacon of freedom in the world. That is why we are proud and we are joyful on this day. Do you think the Tea Partiers of 1773 knew what they were getting themselves into when they dumped their tea into Boston Harbor? Could they have imagined that their small protest would have resulted in such a nation of prosperity and blessing for all? We too had a small protest of 4,000 right here in Memphis. We dumped our tea on April 15th earlier this year. We exercised our freedom of speech and right to assembly. Just as King George and his parliament responded to the Tea Partiers with sarcasm and harsh retaliation, we were met with disdain from our president, our Congress, and the fourth unconstitutional branch of our government, the state-run mainstream media. Our president, he referred to us as those people waving their tea bags around. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi declared that we were not genuine grassroots, fake AstroTurf. One representative from Illinois described us as despicable, shameful, anti-Obama bashers. State-run journalists mocked us as teabaggers and teabagging rednecks. And one commentator went so far as to describe us as racists, hating a black man in the White House. We will not be discouraged by such disrespectful vitriol. We will merely speak louder. We refuse to back down in the face of such an assault on our basic freedoms, because we are in the ideological struggle of our lifetime. That is why we are gathered here today. Our president and Congress, they need to be reminded of America's proud heritage. They need to be reminded of Americans like President Abraham Lincoln, who asked for no favors and no handouts. But he made his own success and stood up to ensure that all have the same opportunity for success if they strive for it. Thousands came here with nothing but the clothes on their backs and built this country into what it is today. Remembering this, should we the people allow our instituted government to become unlimited in size, scope, and power? Absolutely no. Our government was not instituted among us to promote government. By our consent, the United States government was instituted to secure our unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Should we the people allow our instituted government to tax and spend the people's money without discipline? Our government was not instituted by us to usurp the successes of the people in order to support the government's interests. It was not meant to limit our individual opportunities and punish our successes supposedly for the greater good. By our consent, the United States government was instituted to guarantee a thriving, free environment whereby we, the people, are ensured our individual right to pursue the American dream. Should we, the people, allow our instituted government to protect any class of people beyond the rights of the individual American? No. Our government was not instituted among us for the express purpose of categorizing us into victim classes and assigning each class a certain special set of rights. By our consent, the United States government was instituted to protect the weakest minority, the individual American, from inequality, so that we all have the same chance for prosperity and happiness. Should we, the people, allow our instituted government to gradually, line by line, alter the nature and function of our United States Constitution? Our government was instituted by our consent to secure our certain unalienable rights bestowed on us, not by our government, but by our Creator.